everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the Everyday Living Recipes with Love podcast. I am very, very excited that you're here listening with me today. And today is going to be a very fun episode, let me tell you, because I found a recipe that I promised you guys I'd look for. I don't know if it's the one that my mom actually used, but remember when we did episode, I can't remember what number it was now, but the one about the fudge, was that episode 3? Yes, it was. I just looked back at my reference book and it was episode 3 of the fudge. Anyway, remember on that episode, now if you haven't watched that episode, or I mean, listen to it, I guess, not watch. But if you haven't listened to that episode, go listen to it. It is the best episode I've done so far of desserts. Fudge is the best. I can't even tell you how good fudge is. So remember when we did that episode and I shared the peanut butter recipe of fudge and the butterscotch recipe of fudge. And I told you guys that my mom made a really good chocolate fudge, one of my favorites. I don't know if this is her recipe, but in this book, when I was searching for another recipe to do on the next time, I found a fudge recipe. It's the chocolate one. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know. This could be the one my mom used. It could be anybody's recipe. I have no idea. There's no name. I don't know who it is, but we're just going to share it on here. There's no harm in sharing. So it's called Fantastic Fudge. Episode is not going to be about fudge. Just the first part, I'm going to share this. This episode is about turkey recipes with turkey meat in them. So that's what this is about, but I'm going to share this recipe first. So, Fantastic Fudge. 3 cups of sugar. My goodness, that is a lot of sugar. I can see why this was a good recipe. 3 cups of freaking sugar. Wow. My God. Okay. I just have to laugh at that. I'm sorry. So, 3 cups of hopping sugar. 3/4 cup of butter. 2/3 cup of evaporated milk. 1 package of chocolate chips. 1 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream, or 4 cups of miniature marshmallows. Oh, I like how it created that for us. So then if you didn't want to get the cream, you could get a bag of miniature ones. That is so cool that they incorporated that or made it so you don't have to use the cream. But the only thing is you have to melt them, don't you? Maybe not. So, and then 3/4 cup of nuts chopped, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So you combine the first 3 ingredients in a saucepan and boil 5 minutes, stirring constantly. Stir in 1 package of chocolate chips, add remaining ingredients and beat until blended. Pour into a greased 9 by 13-inch pan. So you guys, I found a chocolate fudge one. I knew there had to be one in here, even if it wasn't the one my mom made. Now, my mom did use these cookbooks a lot, so it could be the one. I don't know. She didn't like make her own recipes. She just found them like all of us do, right? So I'll do it one more time for the people that want a chocolate fudge recipe. 3 cups of sugar, 3/4 cup of butter, 2/3 cup of evaporated milk, 1 package of chocolate chips, 1 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream for 4 cups of miniature marshmallows. Sorry, I got tongue twisted there. I went too fast. 3/4 cup of nuts chopped, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Nuts, huh? I don't remember there being nuts in this recipe. Anyway, combine the first 3 ingredients in a saucepan and boil for 5 minutes. Stirring constantly, you stir in 1 package of chocolate chips. Add remaining ingredients and beat until blended. Pour into a greased 9 by 13-inch pan. So I just wanted to start that episode off with that today because I promised you guys that I would look for a recipe. I don't know if it's the right one, but it's one. So take it or leave it. But it sounds super good anyway. Here is the recipe these are the recipes that this episode is actually about. I'm going to start off with the turkey sausage patties. Um, they do look really good, and they're probably better than the packaged sausage patties, right? Because you can get like pre-made turkey sausage patties. Now this had her name on it beside it, but it could just be one that she found and she put in with her name on it that she used a lot. But I don't personally remember this recipe. I'm trying to think if she ever made this for us, and I just can't think of a time that she did. Maybe it'll come back to me later after I read the ingredients or the recipe or whatever. But for right now, I just can't remember her making this. But maybe she did. Not for me anyway. No, I don't. I don't know. But so she made this homemade with her own ground turkey breast. So looks super good. It looks like she used a lot of very good spices, so it's gonna bring out a very good flavor. Um, so 2 to 3 teaspoons of rubbed sage, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, a fourth a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, fourth a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a fourth a teaspoon of pepper, and just a pinch. I haven't read a recipe that says that like in a while. Just a pinch of allspice, a pound of ground turkey breast. I'm sorry about all the laughing. I'm just having a great old time. Okay, so in a bowl, combine the first 6 ingredients. Add turkey, mix until combined. Shape into 6 patties. Lightly coat a skillet with nonstick cooking spray. Cook patties over medium heat until browned on both sides. And meat is no longer pink. About 15 to 20 minutes. Yield. Make 6 servings. So that sounds really good, actually. You think the red pepper flakes, crushed, would be really spicy, but maybe it adds a really good flavor. I'll have to try that recipe sometime for breakfast. Sounds so yummy. So again, turkey sausage patties. 2 to 3 teaspoons of rubbed sage, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, a fourth teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, a fourth a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a fourth a teaspoon of pepper, pinch of allspice, 1 pound of ground turkey breast. So in a bowl, you're going to combine the first 6 ingredients, which is like all the spices. You're going to like blend them up together like with a fork or something. Add turkey, mix until combined. So you're going to add the turkey in there and just kind of mix it in the seasonings. And you're going to shape into 6 patties. Lightly coat a skillet with non-stick cooking spray or olive oil. I love cooking with extra virgin olive oil. It is so good for your heart health. Cook patties over medium heat until browned on both sides. And meat is no longer pink. About 15 to 20 minutes. This makes 6 servings. So that is the recipe for turkey sausage patties, and it sounds super, super delicious. My goodness, now I want to make it. Anyone else want to make sausage patties now? I sure do. Sounds so yummy. And I think turkey's supposed to be a lot healthier for you too, like a little healthier than hamburger, I think. Like chicken is the one that's up there for the most healthiness, but I think turkey's up there too. Don't quote me on that though. I think it's a leaner thing to eat. Like when you're on a diet, like the leaner hamburger you can eat, but I think they recommend turkey. So it's super healthy, especially if you cook it in olive oil. That's what I love to do. I just love olive oil. It is so good on stuff. It brings out the flavor on everything, and I just love it. Recipe was really, really fun to read back on. So we got one more recipe for today, and it is another turkey recipe where you add ground turkey instead of hamburger. Now I wonder. Now, I could have had this before. I'm very picky on the beans though. But can you make like a turkey chili? Would that be good or what? Now I have to have mine with no beans. I just like the meat and the base of the soup that gives it that tomatoey flavor, but I think it would be really good. I don't know. I think I might have tried it. Maybe in the can though, not fresh, you know? That is something I might try sometime. Grounding up ground turkey instead of ground beef and putting it in there. Sounds so delicious to me right now. I love chili. I think everybody loves chili. But I just cannot do it with beans in it. I'm just so picky on the consistency of beans. Just can't do it. But I think that'd be really good. But anyway, the reason I'm talking about that, or I got on that subject, is this is a stew. It's a turkey and cabbage stew recipe. I'm not a big fan of cabbage, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are. So that's how I got on that topic of turkey chili, because this is like a stew. And so I'm like, now my curiosity is peaking about chili. Would it be good in chili? I think it would be. I think it would be. Now, my dad used to use ground meat, deer meat, and he would ground that up and cook it. Let me tell you, that stunk up the kitchen. But he loved it in chili, deer meat chili. I just wanted to share that fun fact. He did, though. He did make it. And I remember how much we hated it when he'd get his ground deer meat out and cook it in the skillet. It just has this smell to it that I couldn't stand. So he would be in the kitchen with that, and we'd all run to the living room. No, I'm kidding. But we did not like that smell. But he used that meat in chili. So you think turkey would be good if that's good, right? If you're not a picky person. I wouldn't try deer meat in chili by any means, but I think I would try turkey. So I really hope you enjoy when I share facts like that. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? You learn something new every day of what people do or people try and stuff. And so I thought I'd share that interesting thing that I remember. So this is the turkey and cabbage stew. And you're going to use 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 medium onion chopped, 3 garlic cloves minced, 4 cups of cabbage chopped, 2 medium carrots sliced, 1.5 cans, 1.5 28-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. And it says undrained, so don't drain them. 3/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I think that's how you say it, thyme, right? I don't know. I always pronounce spices wrong. I'm not good at pronouncing things sometimes. So, in a large saucepan, you cook the turkey, onion, and garlic over medium heat, or until meat is no longer pink. Then you drain, you add the remaining ingredients, bring to a boil, cover and simmer for 6 to 8 minutes, or until the vegetables are tender. And there you have it. You have your turkey and cabbage stew. Now, I have a question for people who like cabbage. I have never tried cabbage. I do not like the smell of cabbage when it's cooked. But I wonder what cabbage tastes like. I've been curious, but I'm too nervous to try a bite. So can anyone tell me what cabbage tastes like? Please email into the page and tell me. Because I'm wondering if it has like a weird sweet taste to it or something. Or is it just like a lettuce? Or is it a kind of like crunchy... Is it like a crunchy vegetable like lettuce? I don't know. It's been piquing my curiosity when I see recipes in here with cabbage in them. I'm like, I could never try it. The smell just turns me off. But I'm wondering, from a person who loves cabbage, what does it taste like? Please tell me. I want to know. And I know sometimes it's hard to explain what things taste like, but I'm very curious. So if you want to tell me, you can. If you're not good at explaining it, that's fine. I'm just super curious. So that is that recipe. I'm going to repeat it one more time, I think, because I've only said it once. And then so you guys can actually write it down and stuff. So here it is one more time. And then we're just going to kind of chit chat and then we're going to end the episode today. So, turkey and cabbage stew, 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 medium onion chopped, 3 garlic cloves minced, 4 cups of cabbage chopped, 2 medium carrots sliced, 1.5 cans of diced tomatoes undrained. And you're going to get the 20-ounce, or not 20-ounce, sorry, 28-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. You're going to use about 1.5 cans of that size, okay? 3/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, a 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Now, again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I'm super sorry if I butchered it. In a large saucepan, you cook turkey, onion, and garlic over medium heat or until meat is no longer pink. Drain and add the remaining ingredients. Bring it to a boil. Cover and simmer for 6 to 8 minutes or until the vegetables are tender. So there you have it. Now, I would like somebody to email me about what cabbage tastes like again, please. If you want to share that, please share it because I'm very curious. So, other than the cabbage, it does sound really good to me. There is diced tomatoes and onions in it, but still, if I liked a stew that had those things in it, maybe I would. I'm not sure, but so anybody else have anything that they want to share about ground turkey? Has anybody tried it in tacos? Would that be too weird with ground turkey? Now my curiosity is peaking about ground turkey tacos. I don't know about that one. Has anybody tried it? Please tell me in the email. Email me and tell me. I'm very curious about these things. And if anybody has some knowledge or wisdom on it, please share so that I can share with everyone else. And you can stay anonymous too. You don't even have to say your name on the email. Just tell me your opinions or give me some factual information because I'm sure I don't have it. I'm not here to claim that I know everything, so I'm asking for help. So, and another thing that ground turkey might be good in is spaghetti, but I don't know if it would be or not. I don't know. I haven't tried ground turkey in a lot of things. I really haven't, but I don't remember if I've tried it in tacos. I know for sure I haven't tried it in spaghetti, but I used to really love, now this is another thing about turkey. I used to really love the turkey burgers from Hardee's. They used to have these really good turkey burgers. They were char-boiled, or however you say it. And they were super good. They had so much flavor. So much flavor. And guess what they did? They took that away from me. And I was so unhappy because it was such a healthy alternative. I thought it was anyway. Maybe it isn't. But it was so good. And of course, I usually get my burgers plain. And so I'd get it plain. The only thing that sucked about the turkey burger, if you got it plain, was there was no cheese. They wouldn't even put a slice of cheese on it. It was just the turkey patty with a bun on it. But I loved them so much. I really wish they'd bring them back. They were so good. Maybe it was just the Hardee's here that got rid of them. I have no idea. But if I could find one that still had them, I'd get one. But I love turkey burgers. We make those too. We grill them at home and stuff, and it's so good. So I love the flavor of turkey. During the holidays, I have to have a turkey. I love turkey, even if it's sliced like it is on Thanksgiving Day. I love it. I'm just kind of curious about those two things that I mentioned, spaghetti and tacos. I don't know. I would like to hear from somebody who maybe tried it and tells me it's good, and then I'll try it. So there is so many interesting recipes in this book that we can discuss forever and ever. So it's going to be quite the journey this season. I'm going to be doing 12 episodes on season 1, and then we'll see how it goes. I might not even do a season 2. It'll just depend on what I get for opinions on this or like people who like this show, see if it goes well. If it doesn't, that's fine. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to bring a light to my grandmother. She loved doing this. She loved sharing her recipes. She loved people. She loved just everything about it. And I just wanted to shine a light on her and bring her memory back with us. And she's always in my heart anyway. But doing this podcast just made me feel closer to her. So um, I thought, well, she'd be super proud of this. So here I am. And I'm not trying to copy her by any means. I'm not trying to try to sound like her. I'm just doing it my own way and putting my own spin on this and just trying it out. So, like I said, season 1 will have 12 episodes and then we'll just see how it goes. If people really like it and want to see a season 2, then I might do a season 2. It just kind of depends on that. So, I just can't believe I'm doing all this and I'm on episode 8 already. So I just want to thank everybody that has listened to my podcast or liked my page. If you haven't liked my Facebook page, it is called Everyday Living Recipes with Love Podcast. And that's what you type in the Facebook search bar to find me. And you just like and follow it so you don't miss out. Because like I said on the other episode, I will put this on YouTube and Spotify. I think I already have it up on YouTube. But I'm working on getting it on Spotify, and you're going to miss all those announcements and news about where I launched this at. So if you don't want to miss that, please like the page and please join us in the great community that we're going to build with Everyday Living Podcast with love. So I can't wait to discuss everything with you guys. I just love sharing this. Love with people of these recipes and what she loved, and I'm glad I'm here. And so I can't wait to be here for you guys next time and do episode 8. And please, somebody who's liking my page right now on Facebook, let me know if the YouTube thing worked, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So if it is on there, if you do search it and you find, because it'll have the same picture as my Facebook page does, just let me know if you see it on there, because it'll have the same picture from my podcast on the picture on YouTube video. And let me know if you find me, because I'd really like to know. I think I made a channel for this. I don't even know what I did, but just let me know if it worked. So the email for this podcast, if you haven't found me on YouTube yet, to join the comment section, is everydaylivingrecipeswithlove@gmail.com. It's all together. It's all lowercase. So you can join the discussion there if you don't have YouTube. But I think mostly the majority of everybody has YouTube. So I can't wait to read you some more recipes next time. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining me.